You're here with the Evil Genius 187. I'm here with PCP Customs. He's got some more customs, and he's gonna go over what he did. You know, he ain't gonna tell you all his tricks of the trade, because no magician tells you their tricks. You know what I mean? So, all right, PCP Customs, man. Who do you want to go with first and describe him out?
Let's go with Thanos first. Thanos was my first custom. Probably a little over ambitious, I think. You know, I took a Mastro body and literally shaved the entire thing down. Took all the warts and bumps off of them, everything. Took the boots, sculpted those down. The shoulder armor, I used JB water weld. It's a little bit of a harder putty, and it works just as well. It's a lot harder to smooth. That's all sanding you see right there. The face, the head sculpt, actually, that's the second head. It's the first head I was not happy with.
Yeah, it is removable.
I haven't locked it in yet. I just floating with it. But the second one would be Firelord that I made for Evil Genius over here, and it's really just a Fantastic Four figure. I mean, it's
Human Torch.
Human Torch. That's all. I just
What's the staff made out of?
The staff is made out of a barbecue skewer, painted gold and cut down, and I used hot glue to make the flames, imitation flames, I should say.
That's a nice element of flame. Like,
as the glue was coming out of the gun, I just blew on it with my mouth and just got it to whip.
Hey guys, not for nothing, this dude's only been doing this for like 2 months, and there's people out there who do this their whole lives and they don't got sculpts like this. So,
well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, kid, no bullshit. Who's next? Who do you want to go with next?
Let's go with Ulick. Ulick was probably,
I like this Ulick, so I'm going to actually pull him up and really show you.
It was the hardest one I've done, paint and all. Paint and all.
Like, look, you sculpted that, right? You sculpted this hair?
The hair, yeah, I sculpted. All that hair I put on. I put on
the chest piece.
Yep, chest piece.
What about these balls on his shoulders?
Those were beads. I just kind of dremeled them down and fit them on after the fact.
Jesus, wow.
And I gave him some eyebrows too in there, if you can see that, because he doesn't have any. That was
I got it.
Calabac head, and I want to say the body was just a regular Hulk body, nothing great.
And so you did all this right here?
Yep, everything.
Holy shit.
And I also, if you don't mind me sticking...
Yeah, grab it, whatever you're gonna grab.
I kept it so that the hands would still rotate with the hair in place.
Show that again? I didn't. Oh, nice.
Sorry. My fault. Nice. I'm not on the camera, I can't see it. Wow. So I didn't want to lose any, articulation.
Damn. PCP Customs,
Probably
man.
Get the toes. I gave him some ugly, funky toes.
Yeah, but is this what he usually is?
No, he has one big toe and 4 small ones. They're just a regular Hulk foot.
Oh, that's what he really has.
Yeah, this is. I gave him his actual. That's what he's supposed to have.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. But the actual custom figure only had a big toe with 4 little toes, and this is what actually Ulick has.
Yeah.
You did what? Did you?
I turned a regular foot into 2 giant toes on either foot.
Wow.
So.
Wow.
Not bad.
And I did just see another Ulick on eBay, and it was horrendous, man. It was.
Don't insult people, man. You don't do that.
Well, there's a few Ulicks on there. I just seen one that was horrendous. That's all.
Somebody's gonna look at that and go, "That's kind of ugly too."
I highly doubt that. All right, let's go with next.
All right, let's go with Hogan. Hogan's. I'm probably one of the more happy customs I did. In terms of happier with the way it came out. That was just a Punisher head, Marvel Legends Punisher head, and an old style Loki body.
Hey, now these right here.
Those were Lord of the Rings swords, elf swords, and I basically just cut the handles off, and I used some foamies to make the scabbards for the knives and all the bands and belts you see.
Really? Yep. Holy shit!
The horns come from a
blue. Look, this is all custom right here. This is all custom. Jesus Christ, really, kid?
Everything. I tried to stay as true to some of the images you see online as I possibly could. Yeah, it's funny because you Google image some of them and you really don't get many
that's crazy
pictures.
That's crazy. I'm gonna put Ulick down and Firelord, and let's go with who do you want to go with next?
Well, seeing as how she's gonna fall over anyway, the enchantress.
Yeah.
Not happy with the paint job, but all in all, I don't think it came out awful. It definitely can be fixed. Some fine steel wool I think will smoothen out the paint, and I'll just give her another coat. She also needs a skirt. I didn't give her one yet. She's not done, so if you're looking at it like, gee, it doesn't look done, that's because it's not. I used
Well, I wish my camera would pick this up because you get some nice detail in the hair.
Well, and, that was what was it? Cheetah?
Cheetah? Yeah.
See, I wasn't.
And did you sculpt the tiara on her head?
That is foamies also. I cut it out and I shrunk it down with a.
Really?
Yeah, with a hot air dryer, a hair dryer, excuse me. And I just painted the face.
Oh.
So.
PCP Customs, boys. Only been in this for like 2 months. Who do you want to go with next? Because
might as well go with Volstagg. He's one of.
This is I like this custom my damn self.
I'll be honest with you. He's probably the cleanest one here.
He's pretty fucking good.
So I swear. That's foamies on the top of his helmet. I sculpted the helmet and all the hair. I noticed that a lot of other customizers tend to leave the hair on the back of his head out, which actually he did have long hair.
You know, Volstagg, I don't mean to cut you off. Volstagg is really what the Norse god Thor is supposed to look like. A redhead, a fat redhead. So it's just funny that they made him like this. But alright, go ahead.
At the belt I sculpted, all the belt loops, the belt buckle. I mean, really it was just a blob figure that I just kind of went to town with. As a matter of fact, Evil Genius donated that to my collection.
Hey, hey, listen. I just got a blob, right? Paid like $40 for him. And dude's like, I want to do Volstagg, and how the hell do you say no when a kid got talent like this? So,
well,
hey.
Thank you, I appreciate it. The beard came out pretty good, the mustache did too. I couldn't get it any thinner than that. I know the pictures show the mustache to be thinner. I just thought, you got to give it some.
You sculpted this right here, the little laps? Oh, Jesus, man, really?
If you look, I try to give it small stitch marks. I mean, it's just nothing elaborate. It's just supposed to be a leather glove.
Yeah, I can't pick up the stitch marks, but
fine.
this was all sculpted too?
Everything. Anything that you wouldn't see on the blob was sculpted, other than the 3 pieces on the I don't even know what you'd call them on the top of his helmet. Feathers, I'm not sure what they're supposed to be. Wow. Some images they look like feathers, some images they look like pieces of metal, so.
Jesus. Alright, who you want to do next? You get 3 ones that people already seen. Oh yeah, we'll put down Thanos.
I can put him down. You just broke his neck, it's alright.
That's awesome.
We'll go with the Executioner. His axe is not finished painted on the chest.
Okay.
I have to haze it up a little bit. It doesn't look right, but it's basically foamies. It was.
Now, what is foamies? For people that don't know what the hell foamies is.
Foamies is a very thin sheet of foam that you can get at any arts and crafts store, and basically you can cut it and shape it and whatnot, and it's paintable and it's flexible. And I used it for his tunic, and I used it for the belts over his shoulders and whatnot.
Oh, you did the straps.
Yeah.
Jesus, really?
Yep.
And these things hold up, huh? Jesus.
They're literally, the minute you hit them with any kind of adhesive, they just stick. You don't even have to worry about it.
Wow.
That was a scar body, and I dremeled off the boots, and I continued the fur all the way around, and I just tried.
Oh, so this fur is you?
The front of the fur is me, and the bottom. The bottom, I put the bottom fur on because the scar only has fur on the top, but there's a metal piece in between. Wow.
All right, let's go with
Odin.
Hey, honestly, guys, I love this fucking Odin, but good.
The head was that head belonged to the body that's on the Execution. That was a scar head.
Wow, you even put the gold strap in the hair. I didn't even see that. Wow.
Well, I had to weave it through and make it look right. It's not going to stick his eye patch underneath his hair, so I figured it's got to look like it's running through.
Wow. I wish my camera was better than this. You got to pick up this. Go ahead,
I'm not overly happy about the face, the way I painted it, but I don't think it came out all that bad. That was probably my second custom. Actually, it was my second custom. The little sash in front of his groin area came from, I want to say it was a Black Knight. The fodder on the Black Knight, I took that off and I cut it and spliced it, and you can see right here that's actually 2 individual pieces that I glued together. And
wow.
I just, that was a Terrax body, Lord Thor arms, Terrax hands, and Scar head.
Okay, let's go with the ones you are about to work on. So, people, let's go with this one. This is End Hulk, right?
That's End Hulk currently. It's about to be Morg. Morg was a herald for Galactus.
Okay.
I like the face. I personally, I didn't like how big the legs were, and I don't like how big the forearms are, or the hands for the figure itself.
Oh,
I like the rest of the frame. So what I did was I took it all apart today, and I actually dremeled everything down and got it ready, you know, because Morg wears boots, and I mean, let's face it, they made End Hulk look like he has cankles. So I just couldn't leave it like that. Those will be, you know, pointed boots, and I used, again, more scar pieces. I used his hands, and I'll Dremel this down and make gloves.
And you really don't like the articulation. I know you're a big fan of the individual joint.
I really do. I like the fingers moving and everything else, but, you know, whereas it's a custom, the problem being is if you did it with that, you're adding acrylic paints to everything, you get more joint rub. It would literally take me a year to finish it to where nothing's going to rub off.
All right.
And if you want to show the joints real quick, I Dremel and Dremel and Dremel.
Yeah, you show the joints, I'll keep it.
I can't say how important that is, that gap in between. Granted, it's not finished sanded, but if you don't see a gap in between the wheel that they put for the joint and the actual joint itself, your paint's going to rub right off and it's going to look terrible. Same thing. This whole thing came apart. I boiled the entire thing and Dremeled everything down and gave it a rough sanding. Now it just has to be fine sanded and sculpted.
Alright, who we got here?
That is A-Bomb. The face sculpt is completely mine. What I did was I took an Abomination action figure, broke it down completely. Granted, again, it's in the rough, so don't mind it. This is...
You can't see this, I know it's not picking it up, but there's mad grooves in his head.
I mean, I followed the picture as close to spot on as I possibly could. I mean, it's and just to let you know, this is green stuff. This is that epoxy green stuff. I personally am not a fan. Abe's epoxy sculpt and/or, like I said before, JB Waterweld, 100 times better. JB Waterweld sets up within 20 minutes. So if you're going to do anything with it, do it fast. But it absolutely does work.
This is you right here? You did all that?
All me.
Man, if you guys could really see that, that's
again,
just
there's going to be a lot of sanding done to that. Unfortunately, I used the wrong material. I may have to just sculpt over it, but I mean, the face I'm happy with. These are actually 4 penny nails? 4 penny nails, and I Dremeled holes into his face and slid them in, because to sculpt a point like that, you're never going to get it to where it's supposed to.
Yeah.
So I figured I'd rather add and then just sand around them and whatnot. And now they'll never snap off either.
Let's go with this bad boy.
That is Puck. That is a Weapons X Wolverine, cut down completely, even at his midsection. I sculpted out the head. I added two beads for his ears, because, you know, the headgear. There were a couple of different versions of headgear. I went with the one I thought I liked the most.
Yeah, this is going to be an all-black mask, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's how I know Puck.
I sculpted his mustache on, if you can see that.
I can't pick it up.
That's all right. And the legs, the lower legs are a Modoc lower leg. They just fit right. They were way off better. Again, these all have to be sculpted out. They're not quite big enough. I don't believe. He tends to be very bulky. I'll sculpt out the legs just a little bit, smooth them out, and he's ready for paint.
So this is it, man. PCP Customs. These are his figures. I really don't know what else to say except for, man, look on his channel. I'm in talks with some big name to get him and PCP Custom Figs together. Can't let that out the bag yet, but once it comes out the bag, you'll know it. Otherwise, this is Evil Genius 187, and you need to eat it.